Hello dear children, how are you all? Hope you are safe and fine at home. So today we are going to start a new subject, that is economics. And here we are going to start with the first chapter, that is the story of village Palampur. Okay, and the notes I have already given to you, so please be with the notes. So dear children, this is a new subject for you. Economics is a new subject for you. So before we lead to the main chapter, we will understand the meaning of economics. So what is the meaning of economics? Eco means money. So the definition says that all the activities related to money which are discussed in a particular subject, that is economics. Means in this subject, now you understand, in this subject we all have to study about the money related activity. That can be farming, that can be business, that can be any type of activities, small to big activities. So that all the things which are connected with money, which are related with money, that all the activities are considered economic activities, and that subject name is economics. Okay, so here we have one example of a village. That village is an imaginary village. It is a well developed village, that is village Palampur. Okay, so we will see how is the Palampur and what we are going to study about this village. Okay, so in this village we have well connected, this village is well connected by the big village, that is Raiganj, and small town, that is Shahpur. Okay, because this nearby village Raiganj and small town Shahpur, they both have good markets. So whatever activities will be conducted in the village Palampur, so that activity will be having help of the nearby villages. Means whatever produce is taken, whatever goods are produced by this village, in this village, so all that goods and services can be sold in the nearby villages, otherwise nearby towns, that are Raiganj and Shahpur. Okay, so this in this village, what are the facilities there are, that we will see now. Now in the Palampur we will see well metalled roads. Means when we are connecting with the other villages, otherwise when we are connecting with the other towns, so for that we want must thing required, that is roads. So roads should be good, well metalled, then only all the services and all the transport will be managed properly. Fine. So that's why we have good transport system. In that village we have good transport system, like we have tangas, we have trucks, we have buggies. So with the help of bullock cart also, many activities are taken and conducted, and the selling activities are connected by the village Palampur with the other small towns, as well as with the other villages also, with the other markets also. So the main thing that we have seen in this village, in the village Palampur, that is good transport system, as well as we have the well metalled roads. Okay, so for what purpose these well metalled roads and these villages markets are used? So these villages markets and well metal roads are used for the production activities. Means in the village Palampur we are taking so many activities, as we have already seen ki in this economics we are going to study about the activities which are connected with the money. So all those activities which are connected with the money, that activities are called the production activities. Okay, so in the village Palampur we have production activities like farming and non-farming activities. Okay, so farming is the main activity of village Palampur and non-farming are the secondary activities of village Palampur. So with these activities, with the both these activities, whatever goods by this both the activities, whatever goods and services which are available, so that goods and services can be sold in the town Shahpur as well as village Raiganj. So for from this, whatever prices, whatever money, the people of village, which money they are getting, with the help of that money they are able to manage their families. That's why we say these activities are the production activities. Okay, now let us have the look of village Palampur, like the families. In the village Palampur, we have 450 families. Okay, so 80 families. 80 families we have upper caste families, and their houses are made by brick and cement. Okay, and one third of 450, one third of the village we have 150 families that are Dalit families, whose houses are made by mud and straw, and remaining families are the medium families. Okay, so most of the land is owned by this 80%, 80 families. Okay, most of the land is owned by them, and the farming is the main activity of village Palampur. Means maximum people of village Palampur, they are connected with the farming activity. Okay, and in the village Palampur we have good electric connection. Means in every villages we see that they are facing problem of electricity. Some of them they are having electricity, and some there it is no electric connection. But in this chapter, in this village, we have good electric connection. So because of that, the farming activity, the in the farming activity, that electric connection will be too much helpful for irrigation, for tube wells, for this type of activities. Okay, and in that village we have one primary and one high school for the students, and then we have primary healthcare center which is governed by the government. Okay, and one private dispensary where the sick people are being treated. Okay, now by this all the criteria, by this all the things, we have seen ki Palampur is a developed village, well developed village. Okay, can you imagine this like this in our India? Like this Palampur, all the villages are same, all they are well developed. Are they having good electric connection? Are they having proper high school for students? Are they having proper healthcare dispensary? All the roads, metal roads? No. So this is the, that's why we used to say that this is a imaginary village, because in all the villages all the things will be available. It is not compulsory. Okay, so it means in this chapter, by the example of village Palampur, we are understanding the economy of the Palampur. So at last we came on the topic that we have to study the economy of the village Palampur. Okay, so as I have already told you, the economy means the activity which are connected with the money. So economic activities, so that are called the economic activities. So these activities in the village Palampur, these are farming activities, and another are the non-farming activities. Okay, farming is the main activity of village Palampur. Now that this topic we will continue ahead. Okay, now let us see the for this activities, whether farming and whether non-farming, for both this activity we required many things. That things we will discuss first, and then afterwards we will discuss the activities. So which things required for these activities? So that activities, whatever the things are going to required, that are called organization of or factors of production. So the activities, sorry, the things required for farming and non-farming activities, that things are called organization or factors of production. Okay, now already I have given you notes. So which are the factors of production? So let us discuss about the factors of productions. Okay, so there are there are 4 factors of productions. Which are they? They are land, labor, physical capital, and human capital. These are 4 factors of production. Okay, in this, land is most important factor. Almost all the factors are very much important, but land is the basic natural resource. Basic natural resource means it is, we get land by nature. That's why for any of the activity, when we have to start any of the activity, maybe that is farming activity, otherwise maybe that is a small business. So first of all we need a land. Okay, for example, here if we have to, if I have to make establish a business of sugar. Okay, so if I have to make a factory of sugar, so for that factory, anyhow I will need a piece of land. If on the piece of land, if there is a piece of land available, on that only I'll be able to establish one factory. So land is basic natural and fixed factor of production. This fixed I will explain you later on. So land, for any of the activities, for any of the production, we need the land. It is the most and first important thing for any of the production activity. Okay, then same way, if we have established the sugarcane factory, then in that factory we will need the workers to work, because automatically the work will not be done. So the workers we need the manpower. That worker is called the worker, and manpower is called the labor. Okay, so labor means what exactly? The physical and mental effort by a human being. Okay, that is called labor. If there are no labor in the factories, so how the work will done? So that's why we need labors. Okay, now third factor, that is physical capital. Physical capital means there we have two parts of this physical capital, means fixed capital and working capital. Okay, fixed capital, exact meaning of capital is money. Okay, exact meaning of capital means money. So we will see how the fixed and working capital are useful in the factory. So fixed capital means, like if we have to establish any factory, that can be any of the small business also, that can be the big factory also, we need machines. Because simple, any of the labor, they by themselves cannot work for long, and we will not get that much production from that factory as much we require by the labors only. That's why all these factories, those business, they required machines. Okay, for example, if I have to make the sugar factory, so to making the sugar I will need machines. Okay, many machines I have to borrow from somewhere, I have to purchase from somewhere. For purchasing machines I have to pay the money. Okay, and that machines, if once I have purchased, it means that machine will be long lasting. I can use that machines again and again and again for long year. Yes or no? So that machines will be used long year. That's why once I have purchased it, it means I don't have to purchase that machine again and again, every month, every day. I don't have to purchase. That is fixed. Once I have purchased means purchased. It is fixed. That's why it is called the fixed capital. The thing for the production which we once only purchase and we use it for the long time, that are called fixed capital. Understood? Now what are the working capitals? See, when the work is going on in the factory, work is going on from the sugarcane, we are making sugar, that you know. Okay, so machines we have purchased, that is fixed capital already. Okay, but during the work, because every day we are giving the produce of sugar, okay, we are making the sugar every day. Okay, so if we are going to make the sugar every day, then every day we will need sugar cane, that is called raw material. What we will need? We will need raw material. So we will every day we will need, that can be cotton company, that can be textile company, so raw material can be cotton, that can be any of the company, so they will require the raw material. So for this raw material they have to purchase every day, otherwise weekly. Okay, and in other hand, if they have to take production every day, so that time to the labor, to these labors, they have to give, what they have to give? They have to give salary. Okay, so giving them salary and purchasing the raw material, the factory owner, what he will need? He will need the money, capital, that is called working capital. means whatever money required for daily wages, for salary, for raw material, otherwise for the maintenance of the machinery, for the maintenance of the machines. So that factory owner should have everyday money with him. So every day whatever money he need to have with him, that money is called money in hand. So that is also called the working capital. Means fixed capital means once whatever things are required for production, that things once are purchased and kept, that are fixed capital. And everyday, for everyday work, whatever raw material and salary and for the maintenance of the machine, whatever money is required, that money in hand every day, that is called working capital. I hope you are clear with this. Okay. Now, fourth main factor of production, that is human capital. Now there is a question in your mind ki already we have taken labor as a human capital, then why there is a need to take human capital differently? Yes, there is a need, because these are labor means they will give only physical and mental effort to the production, for the goods, for making the goods and for production. But here for establishing this whole factory, whole company, managing with the machines, managing with the raw material, managing with the salary, managing with the labors and land, purchasing the land and all fixed and working capitals, for all this thing, collecting all this thing together and planning in the proper way for his own benefit and for the good production and for the proper goods and services. So that person should have the knowledge and enterprise, that quality he should have. If we will say ki physical capital also I have and labor also I have and land also I have, but I don't have knowledge of that business, I don't have any knowledge how to manage with all these things and how to take production and how to take benefit, so that enterprise capability I don't have. Okay, so if knowledge and enterprise capability I don't have, so that will be, all the things will be waste, that will not be in use, that things will be useless. So if all the things are there with this, if that person have knowledge and enterprise, so that knowledgeable person and enterprise person will call the human capital. So that human capital is the company's owner, the head of the factory, the head of the business. Okay, so that production factor is also very much important for us. About this we are going to understand again deeply in the next chapter. Okay, so children, I hope you have well understood with the four factors of production. So which are the four factors of production? Land, which is fixed and very much necessary. Labor, they are more important for making the goods and services. Okay, and the physical factors, physical capital, that is fixed capital, that are machinery which are once purchased and kept. Working capital, regular money we need in hand, that is working capital. And human capital, managing all these things and taking the production as well as thinking for the benefit and providing the good services, the person, that person is called a human capital. I hope you have well understood till this. In the upcoming video we will continue the topic. Thank you and have a nice day.